For all you beekeepers out there, we have a new thing that we are trying out, and we thought you might want to try it also. It's a unique product, and it's a good way to increase your profits when you're selling your honey. It's cut comb honey. So try this out. Stay tuned and look at what we're doing. Hi everybody, this is Kevin from Hideaway Homestead. We're trying something new today that I think you're going to really like. We've never done this before. We're doing cut comb honey from our beehives. So we're going to show you how you do this, and we'll see how it turns out, because like I said, we've never done it before. We start out with a frame, like you would just a regular frame in a hive, like this, that the bees build on and put the honey in. The only difference really is this one, instead of it having a foundation that's maybe a solid or a plastic or something like that, the foundation we start with is a thin sheet of wax, of beeswax. We put that sheet of wax in this frame, and it has these little pins that go in on the ends of the frame. And there's two of these in the end of each frame, and they're split. They have a little slot in there, and when you stick it through the little hole, then you put the sheet of wax in between that little slot, and it keeps it in place. So then when you put it in the hive, the bees build on it, and that's what becomes the comb. So we've got this now, and we've made some of these for the first time, and we're going to try cutting them. We have a lot of people asking us for cut comb honey, and so we're going to try to make some and see how it works out. This little thing that I'm using here is just a stainless steel cutter. It's a square, and it's just a little bit smaller than the inside of this little clamshell right here, and this is what we're going to put them in. So when we cut this, we're going to put this square into this clamshell, and it gets closed up, and then it gets a label on top, and then we can sell it to the customers. So let's get started with this and see how it works out. I've already got this pushed down into the first cut. I went ahead and got that in there before we started recording this. And so then once we cut this, you have to put something solid underneath this to do this, so that you got something to push against. And then we just pull this out like this, and we have a square of beeswax with honey in it, and then it just goes right into this little square clamshell. And we'll see how we can get that out of there. See how easy it is to get out, I'm not sure. So we're learning along with you on this one.
Do you want me to get a knife or something?
It's coming out.
Okay.
Just slow. It's just a little bit difficult to get out. There we go. There it comes. Okay, look at there. We have a square of honey and comb. You can chew this. That's what people like. A lot of people like to have this because it's just the natural honey right out of the hive. It's still in the comb, and people like that. And look at there. So now we've got one finished.
Well, it's a perfect fit.
It's a perfect fit, that's for sure. There's no extra room in there, that's for sure. So then at this point, all we have to do is close this thing up and put a lid on it. And I've got sticky fingers, so I'm going to leave it open unless Carol wants to close it for me. We'll get that out of the way.
There's one.
There's one. Okay, now this next one is going to be the same thing.
We are hoping that this little bit of extra comb that will be left on the top and the bottom will be the starter for the next time that the bees fill this up. So hopefully, as soon as we put this now empty frame back in the hive, the bees will get busy and fill it up again. This stuff sells for a lot of money, so we're looking forward to having the bees do a lot of these for us, especially if we're going to do a fair or festival.
Okay, This one's not coming out quite as easily. It's trying to come out of the cutter, which is okay. I just have to do this a different way. So I'll just have to pick this one up. Look at that, you can see how thick that is. There's a lot of honey too. We are probably going to weigh these when I get these all filled and see how much there is in here, how much this weighs. Because as you all may or may not know, honey sells by the pound. It's so much money per pound. And so we'll have to see how much that weighs and then price it accordingly. But pretty much this is gonna be...
This cutter will do 4, just barely, 4 cuts across this frame. So it is perfectly sized for this frame and no extra.
Sometimes you can buy the cut comb in the stores that's inside. It's got the comb inside the glass bottles.
Yeah.
And when we were kids, we used to buy it like that. See, now this one stayed in the cutter this time, so I don't know what made the difference, but anyway.
Hopefully it'll come out easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
That's pretty good.
There we go. By the way, if any of you have done this before and know a better way, an easier way that you can do this, please, in the comments, leave us a comment and tell us. Like I said before, this is our first time doing this, and so we're learning as we go. And so if anybody knows any information about this process, let us know.
So I got 3.
One more.
Here's the last one.
Four coming up. There we go.
I think you have 2 more frames that we can get cut comb from in the hives right now.
Yes, yeah, we still have 2 more of these. There might be 3. I can't remember how many I put in the hive. But yeah, we've got at least 2 more of these in the hive still that aren't quite ready yet. But hopefully they'll have those capped off pretty soon and we'll be able to get those as well. One of the reasons why this cut comb honey is so expensive is because there is an expense in doing this. Normally, whenever we extract honey out of a frame like this, all we do is get the honey out and we keep the comb, and we can put it back in the hive and use that wax again. Here's an example of one of the frames that we extracted the honey out of, and it still has the comb in it, but there's no honey in it. This is empty now. We just extracted the honey out of this a few days ago, and we will take this frame and put it back in, and the bees will fill it up again, and we just keep using it over and over. Whereas with this frame that we just cut from, the comb is gone too. So what we have to do is start all over again, or the bees do, have to start all over again, making new comb and putting the honey back in it again. So it's like starting from scratch for them. And so that's one of the reasons why there's an expense involved in this, is because we are selling the wax and the honey, and also to buy beeswax, just the wax, is very expensive because people use beeswax for a lot of different things, craft projects, making candles and soap and different things like that. So the wax can be sold also. Melted down in there, and we have let me encourage you to go back and watch our other video we did recently on melting beeswax. We show exactly how to do that, the whole process of how that's done, and so you can learn, how to do that. If that's something that you're interested in doing, you can find out how to do that, and you'll see what the process is for the beeswax. We recently did another video on how to extract the honey. So you can go back and watch that and see how we put these into the extractor and spin them around and get the honey out of them, and see how that process works as well. We have 3 or 4 videos actually on beekeeping, so if you're into beekeeping and wanting to learn about it, check out those other videos and see what we've done in those, and you can learn something from that. And if you have questions, leave it in the comments section and tell us what you're wanting to find out. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from it. If you have comments, leave them in the comments section. Remember, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet. And tell your family and friends about us. It would really help our channel a lot if we could get your family and friends involved also and have them subscribe too. So until next time, thanks for joining us here on Hideaway Homestead.